Hi everyone. For starters, I wanted to say that I'm terribly sorry I couldn't be present with you guys today. Unfortunately, I have to go to work at the exact same time that you guys have class. But hey, I was able to do the video, so let's get started. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Janaína. I am half Brazilian, half Dominican, and currently this is my last year at Holt, so I'm a senior, and I'm pursuing a degree in management with a minor in economics. Moreover, I'm here to talk about 7 key points that I think are really important when it comes to leadership and leading a group into success and just creating a nice work environment overall for everyone. So firstly, I want to start by emphasizing to make sure that you have time to be a leader. And I know this may sound a little bit harsh, but sometimes we want to be the leader of everything. Like, we want to be the leader in every single group, but we ignore that we have like personal stuff going on. And honestly, this has happened to me. I'm a type A perfectionist and I want to be always on top of everything. And for me, I was in this group and I was the leader, but I was also going through a lot of personal stuff and I just wasn't able to keep up with the group. So I asked another team member to be the leader. So I really want you to be aware and really make sure that you can dedicate that little extra time to be the leader. So second of all, something that it's very, very important is to, once you know who are the people that are gonna be on your group, break the ice and get to know the team members. Honestly, guys, I know that here in America, people like to go straight to business, but we're at Holt and there's so many different nationalities, and honestly, in other countries, that's not like the best way to bond. So, you know, when you have like the first meeting and the professor is like, oh, do this, this, and this, the first meeting. Well, I usually don't do that. I go straight into bonding, to be honest. I like getting to know the people I'm gonna be working, like their names, their nationality, what they like, what they don't like, what we have in common. So really make sure that you do that. I like to reach to them like after, like get their WhatsApp number, and it's something that I strongly recommend. Please make a WhatsApp group. The communication is gonna be way easier for everyone. And I like to reach out to them on WhatsApp and be like, hey, it was really nice to meet you and I'm looking forward to working with you again. And honestly, this just makes everything better because they feel more comfortable, and honestly, creativity just flows better. So the third thing will be communication. So when you have a task assigned, really be clear on communication. Like, really make sure that everyone is on the same page. I know that sometimes we're a little bit shy of saying that we didn't understand the task, but leaders, please make sure to let everyone know that it's okay to not know what is going on. And please, 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 please make sure that everyone, before they leave the meeting, they know what is going on, they know what they have to do, they know what is the goal, like what is the group working for, what are we working for, right? And just make sure everyone knows what the deadlines are and what they have to do. So the fourth thing that I want to talk about is analyzing the team members. So now that you have built a relationship with them and you have worked a little bit with them, really make sure that you get to understand what their strengths and what their weaknesses are, because you can use that to the advantage of the group. One example is the team that I had during this class for socially responsible business. I had a girl on the team that she was struggling to like research and find the information that we were looking for. However, I noticed that she was really, really good at design. Therefore, I decided to switch tasks. So another member of the group who was really good at research, he did that, and I assigned all the design related part to her. And honestly, it turned out to be really, really good. Like every report, every project, and every presentation we ever did looked beautiful and very, very professional. So take advantage of knowing what people like and they don't like to do, because honestly it's gonna turn out way better than you forcing them to do something that they're not necessarily good at. Next, I want to talk about planning. And planning goes hand in hand with what I've talked before, which is making sure that you have time to be the leader, because planning requires that extra time. And let me give an example. Let's say you have a big project due in 3 weeks. Do not start 3 days before the deadline, because you're gonna drive each other insane. You're gonna be so stressed, and the project is not gonna be as good as it will be if you dedicated time to it. So what I always do this, is that I try to work at least 1.5 weeks in advance. That way we all have time to like input our part, and I have time to proofread and, you know, change whatever needs to be changed. So, you know, let's be honest, everyone has like work or homework, other classes, personal stuff. So doing it like almost 2 weeks in advance really gives you time to make that the best project that you can do. Moving forward, I want to talk about something that I believe is pretty forgotten, which are compliments. Everyone likes to be complimented. I mean, if you did something right, or if a team member did something right, please make sure you tell them that. That really motivates, and actually studies have shown that complimenting other people on their work leads to higher productivity, to more trust and more creativity in the group. So please don't be shy. Don't be shy about it. Lastly, I wanted to address the importance of a leader being able to deal with challenges. And by challenges, I mean one team member doesn't want to work or do their part, or there's conflict between 1, 2, or 3 or more team members in the group. And the way I like to approach this is by talking to the person, like pushing the person aside and, you know, calling them, being like, hey, do you have some time for us to talk? And, you know, first of all, be nice. You never know what people are going through. And I feel like most of us, we kind of get angry when people don't want to work, and then we approach them in a way that is like very aggressive. And that's honestly not the best thing to do, because that puts the other person in a like defense mode, and it's just gonna make things worse. So the way I will talk to this person is like, hi, you know, I have noticed that in the last couple of meetings, the work that you have delivered looks a little bit rushed. It looks like it's not the best version you could have given, and this results in me having to take time off my schedule to work on it and improve it. And I would really like to know if there's something going on that we don't know, or if there's something that I can help you with. And, you know, just try to approach it like that. And if it doesn't work, then, you know, you can try other things like talking to the professor to see what can be done. But first, always try this. Like, always talk to the person, you know, you 2 or you 3. But, like, don't do it in front of everyone, because then the person is gonna feel like pressure and attack and stuff like that. So yeah, that was it. I believe that all these tips will definitely put you up for success. And if you have any questions, or if you need some advice, please feel free to reach out to me, either my email or directly on WhatsApp. I will give this information to Professor Shelley so she can pass it on to you. I'm sure you guys will do great. And thank you very much for having me.